They say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet. But I love me some of Grandma's pickled beets. Well, cut it up, put it in the pan, throw it over your shoulder and see where it lands right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Maters, taters, beans and corn, the cows in the barn and the sheep's been shorn, kids in the barnyard chasing Grandpa's chicken. Spices, slices, cuts and dices, gonna slash your grocery prices right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Help you grow your garden good with recipes to suit your mood. Try some grub you've never tried before. Smash it with a wooden mallet, gonna educate your palate. Right here in Farmer's Kitchen, in Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're gonna cook something good now.
Hello and welcome to the Farmer's Kitchen. We're the farmers.
Is this our
This is
kitchen?
our kitchen. And we're hungry. Are you hungry, Mrs.
I'm
Farmer?
starving.
I know
I'm
you
starving.
Are, I know you are. So tonight we're going to talk about farming a little bit. We raise some of our own critters for consumption. We don't apologize for that. There's nothing more natural than having and raising your own food. Now, way back when, I did a show called Kentucky Afield, and this year we're actually celebrating my 30th year.
And you're only 32.
In television. I'm
Wow.
only 32.
So that,
So
wow,
let's
you were
just-
little.
How did that work? But we're celebrating 30 years of cooking on television. One of the first shows we did, cooking on television, was in 1994 or 5, I guess it was.
Wow.
And it was the girls, and we had collected a bunch of crawfish for bait. We had so many that we did a crawfish cook-off. And we had corn and beans and all kinds of stuff. But we did a little skit like hee-haw. What's for dinner, Grandpa? We're having such and such and such. It was so cute. And it was such a long time ago, and the girls were so small, and the cameras were so primitive, and the lighting was so bad,
Yeah.
but it was still fun.
Yeah, they were
And
cute.
so we are celebrating 30 years this year. We're going to have a lot of throwbacks from way back. We'll show you some stuff. This is lamb. Now, we love our lamb, and lamb is good for you.
Yes, it
Let me
is.
read you a few facts here. Now, the lamb has healthy fats. They can reduce levels of bad cholesterol in your blood, lowering your risk for heart disease and stroke. Monounsaturated fats also have vitamin E, an antioxidant, and healthy fats are an important part of a balanced diet. And they can also help your body absorb nutrients.
Wow,
So we need to eat more lamb.
we do, and it's delicious.
And we're going to talk with a friend of ours about raising lamb later tonight. But that being said, we have a Frenched rack of lamb. It's one of my favorite pieces. What do you think?
It is mine too. I love it.
So here's what we're going to do. Mrs. Farmer, if you will, I'll have you cut those up individually.
Right?
Now, normally, when I cook lamb, over the years, you know, so many people are used to having the mint jelly with the lamb. Did more of a basil pesto usually, and then put those on the grill or even the smoker, and they're fantastic. So after going to a chain restaurant, I guess you could call it, Nikki and I had lamb one time, and we looked at each other and thought, what in the world is this flavor profile? What is going on here? And it was really excellent. First of all, you could taste the salty seasoning that they used, and then, of course, what did you say when you tasted that?
I said I want you to make this at home, because you're good at that.
So once again, she gave me the task of
That's
trying
right.
to reverse engineer this thing.
And you did it.
We had a cooking class over recently, 10 people. And if I'm not mistaken, 5 of those 10 people had never tried lamb.
That's right.
I thought, uh-oh.
Yeah, they had looks on their faces too, like maybe.
How many times have we had people over here that have had lamb that didn't like it?
Never.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put some olive oil in here. So now we're gonna cross cultures tonight. This is gonna be all over the place. But being that you gave me that task,
That's right.
I thought, okay, I gotta get that right salty component in there.
You did it.
And that was almost a Greek type seasoning. So the first thing we're gonna do is put a little bit of some Greek seasoning on here. So just a little bit of, doesn't that smell good already?
It does.
If you're gonna eat red meat, this is probably the way to go. All right, so we're gonna plop these in here. So we have attained sizzle temperature.
Yummy.
Now this is something that I'm not gonna turn up so high that we set off the fire alarms. Then I'm gonna season these. I won't say most people, but a lot of people want to turn that heat up way too high. You can attain the same thing without setting off alarms and burning your pan up.
That's right.
Now I want that lamb fat in there.
So good.
Oh, and I want that olive oil in there because we have other things we're going to do in just a little while. This first little bit of seasoning is important to get that salty base.
Oh yeah.
We're just going to get these nice and brown. And usually Nikki and I like our meat, our lamb especially, probably medium rare. We're going to get these a little more done. Most people like these, I would say, medium. The other day at the class, everybody at the table said it was the best meat that they had ever had.
They loved it.
And Ed had never had lamb.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to see those smiling faces. I love people to try new things. So if you're hesitant, maybe the doctor says, hey, I don't want you eating so much steak.
Get some lamb.
Check some lamb out. It's becoming more and more available. And as you drive up and down the highways, you'll see a lot more sheep out than you used to in Kentucky. Yeah. So again, you see, I'm not in any hurry. There's no alarms going off.
Yet.
Nikki hasn't got tears in her eyes.
That's right.
Look at that. Just a suggestion of brown here.
Yummy.
Now we're going to finish these in the oven. So we don't have to get these overdone in this pan. And you can almost watch from the side, you can see that meat cooking up and through, almost like a piece of fish when you're pan searing it. You can kind of see that it's working its way up. You'd eat that right there.
I know,
now,
I would.
You're not hungry, are you, Mr. Farmer?
Not at all.
Just a little hint of brown going on there.
Those look perfect. They look perfect.
Now we're going to preheat our oven here in a minute at 400 because we're going to finish this with our glaze, I guess you could call it. And I had everybody guess what was in it. Nobody got it.
They didn't.
Everybody was guessing like a Bordeaux or some deep, rich, dark reduction. So if you'll remember, not too long ago, we did what I called some Asian wings. You remember that?
I do remember that.
And then I put a little bit of sesame seed on them.
Yummy.
You remember that?
Yes, I do.
This is not too far
No,
off
it's not.
on that. So you'll see our garlic and our ginger sitting there, and we ground some up real good. And we ended up with about 3/4 of a tablespoon
Of each.
So again, that's garlic and ginger. It's a good start.
Yes, it is.
Now, we had some, because we always keep some oyster sauce.
That's right.
We ended up with 2.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce and a 1/4 cup of soy and a 1/4 cup of honey. So you can see these are not overdone by any means. Just getting a little bit of brown on there. Nikki's going to mix that up. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and put that in a saucepan.
It smells good.
We're going to thicken that up too with just a little bit of cornstarch. We're going to do a little slurry in there just to thicken that up just a hair.
Put it back over here by you.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, Nikki,
Yes.
if I could get you to go out to your herb garden
Okay. What would you like?
and grab just a little bit of thyme.
Okay.
You would think rosemary, but I'm going to do just a little bit of thyme.
All right.
Because I just put a little pat of butter in there, not a lot. Let's go ahead and drop some of that thyme in there, if you will.
All right. Just around it?
Fresh off, yep, here and there and everywhere. And I'm just going to roll that around. You know, just a little bit of cornstarch while it's good. We're going to thicken that up. Oh, if you could only smell what we got going on here. I'm going to take these beautiful little fellers and lay them out right over here. Our thickened sauce here. We're going to take that and look how pretty.
That smells good. I can
That
smell
is.
that now that you're moving it around.
And we're going to put it under about 420 degrees just for a minute. Just till that sugar starts to caramelize on there and bubble. And then we're going to turn it over for just a minute and do the other side. I wish
You can smell this.
that you could smell what's going on here. Now, normally this is not a flavor profile that I would go for when I'm cooking lamb. But experimentation,
Now it's your new favorite, isn't it?
well, I tell you what, to take 5 people who've never had lamb and
Have
for
them all
them,
love it.
each and every one of them, to say it's some of the best meat they've ever had, let's go ahead and pop that in. All right, now we've got some sides to go along with this. Now here's the beautiful thing. We have lamb fat.
That's right.
We have olive oil. We have some seasoning, and we're gonna do our asparagus in this. The thing is, do not overcook it.
That's right.
When you see that tip starting to move just a little bit, that's it. You gotta have just a little bit of that crunch left. You do not want to overdo your asparagus. And that's why we're waiting till the last minute. We're gonna turn our lamb over and then do that. Another thing that we found with this type of dish, and I'm gonna let you talk about what you do, the sneaky approach you have with your potatoes that's just fantastic.
The potatoes. Well, I've already made mashed potatoes, and I had a little butter in them. But if we put a little sour cream and a little horseradish, it gives it a great flavor. You almost don't need gravy. Maybe just a little of your sauce on it makes it amazing.
And the horseradish, even if you don't like horseradish,
Right.
it bumps it up a notch.
Oh, it does.
It's one of those like silent, wonderful secrets that you don't really know what it is, and it just really makes. I think
Oh,
it
it
makes
does.
it,
Makes it
especially
good.
with this dish. Oh me!
Yummy.
Oh my! Look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
So we're gonna turn these over. Same thing on this side. Don't skimp
Your magic sauce.
on your magic sauce. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to mess with this because when you got
too
that
good.
kind of reaction the other night, a natural reaction without any,
Right.
you know, I watch people when they eat, and I love to watch people eat, and I love to watch their expressions. And I mean, there was nothing left. They devoured them.
All right, back
Pop
in.
those back in. Now we've got our middle pan up and running again. Also, over the years, you struggle to find things that kids will eat. Gotta kind of make stuff up.
That's right.
And not too long ago, we had the grandkids over, and we thought, how can we get them to eat some carrots?
Good vegetables.
Well, they won't
That's
eat carrots, but they'll eat carrots.
You came up with carrots.
I'll show you what carrots are real quick. All right, Ms. Farmer, if you'll knock a hide off these carrots right here. Since we know we've got about an hour and a half to burn, we'll plan accordingly. So we're gonna boil these carrots to make the perfect side for chicken and dumplings.
And healthy. We're eating carrots.
Not the way we're eating.
That's right.
And I'm gonna take these carrots out and carefully cut them in proper size. Now, if you wanted to, you could use canned carrots, but we're doing everything fresh tonight. And we're gonna make sweet, to me, the perfect side for chicken and dumplings with some sweet carrots. And there's ways to sweeten them up. You can have them without anything. You can put a little butter on them, but we're gonna make an old family recipe that I discovered a few years ago. Couldn't get our granddaughter to eat her vegetables.
That's right. Didn't like carrots.
Didn't like carrots. So we came up with a recipe called carrots. And she said, well, what is a carrot? I said, well, here, just try it. Just try a tiny little bite. And amazingly enough, she liked carrots.
She did. And to this day, she likes carrots. I think she finally knows what they are.
What happens when you combine brown sugar, pure maple syrup, and butter? Why,
You get
it's
yum.
going to be really good, regardless of what you put in it. That is our carrot recipe, and you'll see what it looks like here in a minute. It's a perfect side for this. I've got a low heat on my carrots. Oh, excuse me, my carrots.
Carrots. That's right.
I'm going to put me some butter in there.
How to put half a stick to a stick.
I'm going to take some brown sugar, and I'm just putting equal parts. I'm not sure how much I'm putting in here. Let's say a tablespoon and a half apiece.
I'd say it's a quarter cup, I think.
And here's the 100% pure maple syrup. What is the ingredient? The ingredient, you notice I said ingredient, to pure maple syrup, Mrs. Farmer.
Maple syrup. Syrup.
It is sap
Oh, just sap.
from
okay.
a tree, from a maple tree.
Okay, that's true.
That's all there is. And well, let's just show you some footage here. Here's some trees that we tapped, the maple tree. Here is the large amount of sap that we got from the tree.
We did get a lot.
Then you take this and you cook it down and you reduce it down and you reduce it down and you reduce it down. And so what you've got is 40 gallons of sap.
And what's that get you, a quarter cup of syrup?
Equals a very small amount of pure syrup, but you know what? It's worth it.
You were very patient. I didn't have the patience. And I see why it's expensive in the store.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You go to the store and say, why am I paying so
Yeah.
much for pure syrup? Because it's laborious. Is that a word?
That's a word.
Laborious. So we're cooking this down. Low temperature. I'll turn it up just a little bit. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead You can help me, Mrs. Farmer.
Get your roots in there.
Get everything in there. Now, if you've had any kind of candied sweet potatoes or anything like that,
These are
it'll
amazing.
put you in mind of that. And we're just gonna let those become acquainted in that beautiful carrot sauce. All right, tonight in the background, you don't know it because he's very quiet. Our buddy Jim Hopper is here doing some photography. So if you see some of our stuff on Facebook, it's more than likely to be done by him. If it's good, if it's marginal, it's me. You do not want to overdo your asparagus. When you start to see that tip moving, it is done. Cannot overdo that. And that's what it should look like. In walks Jim. See this reaction here. Now he was raised on lamb, so he's a lamb guy.
You just converted me to a food photographer.
See, I love it. It's like a musician likes it when people like his music. This is the same thing.
Unbelievable.
Well, let's let Jim take that out over there. You can eat on the side, and Nikki, you got to try it. So what do you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
About 12.
Yes.
About 12.
Yes.
I get to try?
You get to try.
All right, I really loaded the potatoes this time. I love it.
You put a bunch
Oh,
of.
wow.
I saw you put a bunch of
But
horseradish.
see, do you like a lot? I like a lot.
Oh yeah. Got the tang.
Carrots are always good. A chop.
I didn't mean to reach around you, but I got
That's
it
okay. That's delicious. Delicious.
That's hard to imagine, but that's what you can do. You can start playing around your kitchen. Once you start getting a nose for things, you're saying, okay, I can taste ginger in there. I can taste garlic. I can taste maybe some hoisin sauce or oyster sauce. You can start doing magic combinations.
I'm using my fingers to eat tonight. Asparagus
Oh.
is good too.
You know, now like we said, we raise sheep and lamb. We've kind of lessened it. We've had to do a lot of traveling lately.
Right.
But if you are serious about wanting to raise animals and raise food that's good for you, and you have a couple of acres, they are probably one of the most easy animals to take care of.
They are.
And 4 or 5 animals can turn into 30
Really fast.
really quick.
That's right.
And I remember one year we had a bunch of lambs that we took in, came back, and we had 80 of these.
We did.
80 of these. And I put them on
At
the
least,
smoker.
maybe more.
There
but
may have been more than 80. And only 4 of our 5 kids were there.
with their spouses,
And they were gone in 10 minutes.
everybody ate.
Everybody ate these things. They're so delicious. So let's now take a look at one of our friends who came over and really got us started in the right direction when it comes to raising your own. Bobby Grider is back. Now, we
Yes, sir.
talked a while back. You brought that monster, beautiful stud down
Nice
here. What
ram.
was his name again?
His name's High Country.
High Country.
Yeah.
Now, we tried the rent-a-ram thing, and by golly, it worked.
Yeah, it works.
So, what do you think about seeing his offspring standing over here?
I like his offspring. I expected him to see about like this, but I wanted to ask you, is that an improvement maybe to what you were used to having?
Oh, I won't say double,
But
but at least a third.
Yeah.
Right now at this
That's
point.
good.
Yeah, if not more.
that's good. And that's what it's supposed to be, you know, selective breeding and stuff like that. If people be selective when they breed,
Right.
they'll improve their flock.
So what I wanted you for is because this year I had way more rams than I had ewes. I only had 1 ewe.
Right,
So I got to figure out what I want to eat at least one,
right.
and I want you to look at these and tell me what you came up with by looking at what we got over here.
Well, we've been looking down here for a few minutes, and as far as, if you just want to keep a stud ram, maybe for yourself,
Right.
I would definitely like he's laying down now actually, but the big white one over there.
Yeah.
If you look at him, he's got it going on. He's got a good bone structure. He's level on top. That's always a plus. And he's got some length to him. And he's got some depth to him from top from the backbone to his belly line.
Right.
I wouldn't let him get out of my grasp. I'd keep him.
He's going to be the main dude around
Yep.
here.
I keep him for a stud ram because he's got some good genetics. You got good ewes. They're good ewes, obviously, because they raise some big lambs.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the genetics. Everything about these animals is genetic.
Yeah.
If you fool around and you hang on to a bad trait, you're going to continue to have it.
Yeah.
It's going to breed right on down. You could open their mouth up and look to be specific, but they don't have any overbite to amount to anything or any at all.
Right.
If they have much of an overbite, you can see it from a distance.
Right.
And that's not good because it doesn't allow them to graze the grass good if they don't have the perfect bite. But you got at least two there that someone would benefit from if they want to come to you to purchase a stud ram. Looks to me like.
The markings are good,
They're
too.
beautiful, yeah, and a lot of people like the markings, and they look good, look really good. You got one that's probably freezer bait, you know, I'd probably want to make a meal out of him.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe two. Those two.
Maybe two,
those
yeah.
two right there.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, though? What do you give me on a grade on this and what I got going over here?
Oh,
Give me an A plus.
A plus. I was thinking A, you know, and that leaves room for improvement.
There you go. There
So
you go. I'll take your A.
Okay, yeah. Then that way leaves
Did you
some
hear me
room for.
begging for A
I
plus?
know
That's
it, one
pitiful.
A
That's
plus.
pitiful, isn't
Yeah.
it?
You got an A.
Maybe next
That's
time
pretty
I'll get
good.
A plus.
That's pretty good. Now
I'll
we need to
I'll
work
take
on A
that A.
plus.
Recently, we talked on social media about the fact that we had some tomatoes and we're going to can some stuff.
Right.
One thing that you and I really like is any sort of pasta, but it's so nice to have your own marinara sauce with what you want and the measurements that you want,
Already
and have that
made.
taste. There's no lining in the can that's bleeding chemicals
Right.
out. We know exactly what we've got. So we also canned just some tomatoes. We did a hot bath on those. Mrs. Farmer, if you will, talk me through the process and let's talk about our recipe. And this is what I like in my marinara sauce.
Right.
We'll give you our ingredients, top secret.
That's right.
And then we'll let you, if you like to follow that. Again, I'm still on a fennel kick, so there's
That's
some of
right.
that.
All right, well, we started with 10 pounds of tomatoes that we got from Mac because we didn't even have that.
Thank
That's
you,
a
Mac.
lot of tomatoes from Mac, that's right. And I went ahead and did the normal process like we do these, where you just kind of get the skins off and get them all ready. I chopped them up for you because you wanted them chopped up. Then we put half an onion, which I chopped up very small.
This
Threw
is
that on
yellow
top.
sweet onion.
That's right. And we took half of a shallot, which we also chopped up. And we put 4 garlic cloves, which I crushed, into there. We took 4 tablespoons of basil,
Dry basil.
dry basil, 2.5 tablespoons of fennel,
This was ground fennel.
1 tablespoon of oregano, and 4 tablespoons of sugar. And we did
And-
throw a pinch of salt,
Just a pinch.
just a half a teaspoon of salt. We got all that together and we actually let that boil for 2 hours. And we kind of stirred it and it actually reduced down.
And the smell in the
Oh,
house.
it was so good, reduced down. Then I put those into our jars, which we have here. And it was like 30, well actually we did some small also. So it was 35 minutes for the pint and it's 40 minutes for the quart. And we got some tomatoes and so we got some marinara.
Oh, and we
That
got them
easy.
sitting in the garage, and we got them sitting everywhere. So
That's right.
That being said, Mrs. Farmer, believe it or not, our half hour has been expired.
Wow, that was fast.
How did that happen? So, Mrs. Farmer, if somebody came up to you while you were playing golf in Scotland, and they said, "Mrs. Farmer, where did you get that recipe?" What would you tell them?
I would tell them timfarmerscountrykitchen.com.
Do you golf in Scotland?
No, but it sounds like fun. I could be. I could.
If you just so happen to be on one of our social media sites, Facebook per se, and they wanted to talk and find out more about our recipes and just
Yeah.
talk about something they've made,
I know where
maybe,
you're going.
where and how could you possibly be a part of that?
You hit like.
That's it.
That's right. Pretty simple.
You know what? We've had a great night. Jim Hopper was here. He sampled our food. He said he was speechless in a good way.
That's good. That's
And
a good
he's
sign.
grown up with lamb. And we had a bunch of people over here the other night. 5 out of the 10 had not tried it. So there again,
That's right.
if you haven't tried it,
You have
this
to.
may be a good entry level.
That is.
lamb
And that was an
recipe.
easy way to make it. Very easy.
So good. Now, Sad to say, but it's all about
Good times
good friends.
and really good eats.
We'll see you next week on brand new Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen.
Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen is brought to you by Boone Contracting. Dream, design, build. We build your dreams. Lexington. Wilderness Road Hospitality, Stanford, Kentucky. Buck's Grill, cooking for the folks since 2008. Maysville, Kentucky. Ephraim McDowell Medical Center in Danville, Kentucky. A destination soaked in bourbon history, Log Still Distillery. Set against the backdrop of Kentucky's iconic rolling hills in Nelson County.